Module 6, Strategies and Tactics in Activism, Civil Disobedience and Social Movement. 1. Defining strategies versus tactics. In activism, strategies are the long-term blueprints of a movement, its ultimate vision, objectives, and systemic targets. Strategy answers the why and where-to of activism. Tactics are the short-term actions and maneuvers activists employ to advance the larger strategy. Tactics answer the how and now of activism. Example: in the U.S. civil rights movement, the strategy was dismantling racial segregation and inequality. The tactics included sit-ins at segregated lunch counters, freedom rides, marches, and civil disobedience acts. 2. The ecosystem of activist strategy vision articulation. Where clear end goals is the aim reformist, changing specific laws or revolutionary, overhauling entire systems. Power mapping, where identifying stakeholders, decision-makers, allies, and opponents. Resource mobilization, funding, manpower, skills, and institutional support. Framing and narrative, where crafting the movement's story in ways that emotionally resonate and align with cultural values. 3 types of tactics in activism. Tactics are incredibly diverse and depend on the socio-political environment, level of repression, and the creativity of organizers. They can be grouped into traditional, radical, digital, and hybrid approaches. A. Nonviolent protest tactics. Peaceful marches, rallies, vigils, sit-ins, boycotts, petitions, moral authority. Nonviolent tactics gain legitimacy and global sympathy, often placing pressure on governments without alienating moderates. Example: Gandhi's Salt March, 1930, and Martin Luther King Jr. March on Washington, 1963. B. Civil disobedience tactics, breaking unjust laws deliberately but peacefully to expose their illegitimacy. Hunger strikes, blockades, occupying symbolic spaces. Example: anti-apartheid activists defying past laws in South Africa. C. Militant confrontational tactics, non-violent but disruptive. Labor strikes, traffic disruptions, flash mobs, mass resignations. These cause inconvenience to the system, forcing acknowledgement. Example: global climate activists blocking oil company headquarters. 4. Frameworks of strategic activism. Gene Sharp's 198 Methods of Nonviolent Action, catalog of diverse tactics ranging from symbolic protest to economic non-cooperation. Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals, Principles of Grassroots Mobilization, emphasizing pragmatism and disruption. Sun Tzu's The Art of War Adaptations, Ru Use of Deception, Terrain, Physical or Digital, and Timing in Activism. Gamification of activism, Ru using humor, creativity, and play to draw attention and participation, for example, clown brigades at protests. 5. Challenges in activist strategy, state repression, Ro arrests, censorship, surveillance, infiltration of movements, movement fatigue, Ro burnout, disillusionment, resource depletion, co-optation, Ro politicians or corporations absorbing movements for their own agenda, internal divisions, Ro conflicts over strategy, leadership struggles, ideological splits, public perception, Ro media framing activists as troublemakers or radicals. 6. Case studies of strategic activism, civil rights movement USA, boycotts, marches, sit-ins, dismantled segregation laws. End SARS, Nigeria, digital mobilization plus street protests, Ro global awareness of police brutality. Women's suffrage movement, hunger strikes plus lobbying, Ro won voting rights. Arab Spring, digital revolution plus mass protests, Ro toppled authoritarian governments. 7. Digital age transformation of strategy, decentralized leadership. Hashtag-driven movements like #EndSARS often lack a central figure but remain powerful. Speed and virality, Twitter storms, viral videos, live streams. Hybrid resistance, combining street protests with digital boycotts and online fundraising. 8. The ethics of strategy and tactics, balancing disruption with nonviolence, avoiding tactics that harm vulnerable populations. Ethical dilemmas, when does peaceful protest become violent resistance? Should hackers targeting authoritarian states be considered digital freedom fighters or criminals?